Orlando, anywhere else. They're dumping it in Cedar Hill landfill. Other counties are bringing in their gypsum. Other counties are bringing in liquid waste to put in deep injection wells around gyp stacks in our aquifer. I hate to tell you, but Polk County reps don't really care. They tried to stop Oak Ridge. EPA tried to stop that. State reps wouldn't let it happen. They stopped air radiation surveys because of that. 10,000 homes in a 10 square miles, 40,000 families were eligible for Superfund, which is a cleanup in that area alone. And what are they doing? They're steady building retirement homes, $1 million condos, the whole bit. So as individuals in our youth, to make changes, the little things can help. Pay attention to what's going on in your county. Pay attention to what your county commissioners are up to, because Polk County, trust me, I've been to their meetings. When I walk in the door, they're like, oh, the meeting's over, and they're hanging out, having tea, and do whatever. Nobody attends Polk County commissioners meetings. Nobody. But when I go to Bradford and Union County, where they got the most amount of natural springs in the state of Florida, and they want to stop phosphate mining, the whole freaking county shows up. Union County has actually decided to extend the length of time to. They don't want to give them the permits because they don't want it to happen, because when they do, their aquifer is gone. Their natural springs are gone. But if you pay attention to who you put in office, if you pay attention to how you teach your children and your families about what's going on, find ways to teach your children, your nieces, your nephews, grandchildren, grandmothers. Find ways to show them what's going on in your county. I get a little overboard. My mom at first, she didn't want to hear it. I could be talking to somebody about it, and she would actually cut me off, because my mom was a miner. She comes from a miner family, and she's not trying to believe that the home we've lived in since 1957 was put on top of a gypsum stack pile, and it's radioactive, to the point where a Geiger counter goes off in my front yard. We don't see the cancer in the children because they go to Hillsborough for treatment, but you see it here. You can see Lakeland has so many cancer centers now, it's ridiculous. We are a cancer cluster in this county. And I don't mean to terrify you people, but when you have children coming up with ADHD and weak bones, my daughter's teeth are breaking off. My little girl screams on a nightly basis because her bones are hurting her, because they're weak. And you've got big companies like Mosaic, and we let them. We're a culture. We let them, to the point we didn't even notice when we became a toxic waste dump. We didn't even notice it, because it's all about the money for these counties. And for a long time, mining paid off. It paid off in Polk County. People would stand in line to get jobs 2-3 years at a time, waiting list. But that's not true anymore. Mosaic only employs 4,400 people. They make it sound like they're employing a lot of people, but that's in between 2 states, 5 different counties. That's 4,400 people, 3,500 subcontractors. But they go around claiming that they're contributing this much and that much and doing this and doing that. They're not doing a damn thing but leaving us with a mess, because the money they put up front to take care of these gypsum stacks, when they go to another county and leave it, or they go bankrupt, we're stuck with the price of taking care of it. We're stuck with it. Millions of dollars every year, and you cannot get rid of this stuff. You can't. And eventually it's going to leak into the aquifer like it already has. Mosaic sinkhole, I don't care what they say, that cracker was leaking for 4 years before they ever said anything to the public. I live 3.7 miles from it. I've had gray sediment, white sediment, silicone-looking stuff, red water, brown water, black water. My water's so full of stuff it's ridiculous, and Mosaic denies it. So as today's youth, you can make changes. You can pay attention. You can stop companies from doing things before it happens. If somebody spills something, then you tell somebody. If you don't like the way it's done, then you do anything. I have no degrees, no scholastic degrees. I have nothing but a freaking GED, but I have life experience. And as an individual, I've made differences. As individuals, each one of you can. But as a group, you can do better. When you vote somebody into office, make sure they care about what your children are doing. Make sure they care about what goes on in our environment. When you go to school, it might be a little boring, but when somebody's talking about a gypsum stack or environment or radioactive water or something, I want you to listen. Because it's not bogus. I've got water chests. They're on my page if you want to check it out. Right now, as an individual, all I want to do is seek out help for Polk County. I knew I couldn't get help within our county. We're the only county who doesn't have an environmental organization except for the Sierra Club. I reached out to other counties. I wanted to bring attention to this county saying, hey, look, this is what can happen here. Don't let it happen there. Right now they're trying to mine in DeSoto County. We don't want that to happen. 5 counties I'm working with now. Manatee, DeSoto, Hillsborough, Hardy, and Polk. We're all working very closely together as Phosphate Coalition. Also, we're reaching out to Bradford and Union counties. I don't know if you know what's going on up there, but they're trying to dig phosphate up there. I'm not here to bash phosphate, but I'm saying 75% of the phosphate they dig up in the state of Florida goes out of the country, and only 25% is used in the U.S. And they have several mines somewhere else. If they would clean up their mess, if they would take care of their responsibilities, if they would do the things that they're supposed to do as a company and follow rules, then maybe it might be okay. But it's not, and they're not. And they're costing us billions of dollars, and they're costing us lives. So I just wanted to get the word out. That's what I do. I get the word out. And
what's the name of your Facebook page on there?
It's Getting the Word Out, Environmental Truth Coalition. We're 1,300 strong now.
So check it out. Yeah. Oh yeah. And even some of your subdivisions in Lakeland that have been there for years are sitting on
Especially
top
South
of.
Lakeland.
Yeah.
Constant radon poisoning
Yes, exactly.
causes serious health
Exactly.
issues.
Let me explain something to you. Oak Ridge, you people may not know this, but when Oak Ridge was built, the construction company that built